Modern tech cars. Good morning to one and all present here. It's a pleasure today as we are celebrating this event virtually. But if it weren't for the pandemic, we all would have traveled with our parents to school for this event with our cars and other vehicles. We all agree that cars are a vital part of our lives, and nowadays a person cannot live without one. But did we ever wonder that how is a car manufactured? Or what the future of the cars that we drive right now will be? All these questions will be answered today through this presentation by my classmates and myself. Be with us throughout this event to know some interesting facts about the future of cars. Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about the basic manufacturing of any model of a car. The design and the building of an automobile is a long process that can take approximately 72 months. The building of a car often involves scrap metal that has been recycled. Today's car is manufactured on the assembly line by a robot. Step 1. The metal is delivered to the manufacturing plant and is placed on the assembly line. Here, it is pressed and ironed by heat to the correct thickness for the needed part. It is then stamped into the correct auto part: door, fenders, roofs, and hoods. This process is more precise because of the use of robotic arms that measure each piece. The components are then stockpiled in a central location to be used on different types of automobiles in the manufacturer's line of automobiles. Step 2. Now comes the welding process. Each piece is fitted into place and is welded using eye heat. This part of the process is handled mostly by robots. After each piece is welded into place, it is inspected to ensure that it meets all expectations. This is one of the hardest parts of the process because it involves not only the robot being programmed correctly but also depends on the inspector's understanding when a piece just doesn't fit right. The next part of the step is that it gives a clean, shiny glow. The body of a car gets a nice warm shower to wash away the dirt and grime of the assembly process. Then the car is whisked off to the painting line. It is painted 4 times. The primer is first. The car passes through a pool of paint that is electricity running through it. This prevents rusting. The stage 2 is the surface where grey paint is painted on it so that the top cat will have the same color throughout. Top coat is then sprayed onto every surface. The last step in this process is the clear coat where the car gets its shiny finish. Step 4. Now let's get up and go is added. This engine, which is made up of 4 parts of metals as well as the casted material, is assembled into the engine compartment. More than 500 parts of metals are used to make the engine and the suspension. We now travel further down the assembly line. Step 6. Assembly is next, where the body moves on a conveyor line and the parts are placed according to a certain set of instructions. If a problem is found, the belt stops and the problem is then solved. This is an example of a man and machine working together. Now, let us watch a video to understand the working of a battery of a petroleum fueled car. Inspections, the final thing to do is a test drive just to ensure that the car is working properly. The cars are then exported off to different states and countries.
You must have seen a lot of vehicles on road. Mostly of them are fuel vehicles. However, we are moving towards more sustainable models known as electric variants. So, what are electric cars? Yes, an electric car is an alternative fuel automobile that uses electrical motors instead of internal combustion engines. Let's take a look at the battery which powers the electric cars.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Neil and I'll tell you about the lithium ion battery. The lithium ion battery is the power source for the modern electric vehicles, and these days everyone has heard of lithium ion batteries. But what makes them so special is that these batteries are made up of many smaller batteries called cells. Let's take a closer look towards how it works. The electric current reaches the cells by conducting metal surfaces. So, in this case, there is aluminium foil on one side and copper foil on the other. Just as in every battery, there is a positive terminal cathode and a negative terminal anode. The cathode consists of a very pure metal oxide containing lithium, and the anode is made of graphite, which is an allotrope of carbon arranged in a layered manner. The battery is made of transport media, the electrolyte, so that the lithium ion contains the battery's charge to flow easily. This electrolyte must be extremely pure and free from water as much as possible in order to for efficient charging and discharging of the battery to prevent a shock circuit. And there is an insulating layer placed between the two terminals and the separator. Now, let's take a look at what happens when the battery is charged. The positively charged ions are passed to the cathode through the separator and in the layer graphite structure and in the anode where they are stored. Now, this battery is charged. When the battery discharges, this is when energy is removed from the cell and can be used for electrical energy. The lithium ion travels via the electrolyte through the separator to the cathode. The electrical motor converts this electrical energy into mechanical energy, which makes the car move.
These are a few brands which have made marvelous models in electric cars. What are the merits of electric cars? Yes, they are eco-friendly in nature. They have less maintenance and they have less noise pollution. Even so, why are these cars not so popular in market today? Yes, they have less range than the gas-powered cars. Recharging the battery takes time and they're expensive than the gas-powered cars. It can sometimes be difficult to find a charging station, usually when the vehicle is a two-seater. Production of lithium for batteries release carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Now, my friend Devat will take you through the tour of AI which is used in electric cars.
Next.
If the slide is not changing. Electric cars often use artificial intelligence. So, what is AI? AI is a simulation of human intelligence processes by machines. You must be knowing about voice activated assistants like Google Assistant, Siri, Cortana, and our own Alexa. These AI are designed to perform a specific task, whereas there is a strong AI used in complex systems like self driven cars. This AI can find tasks and perform solutions without human interventions. So, this AI uses computer vision, human recognition, and deep learning all at the same time. So, let us see how it works. Working of artificial intelligence. AI software in the car is connected to all the sensors and collects input from Google Street View and video cameras inside the car. The AI simulates human perception and decision making processes using deep learning and controls actions in driver control systems such as steering and brakes. So, what makes AI cars so popular? Less traffic. Driverless vehicles can communicate with their surroundings and can hence find the best route. This helps in spreading demand for scarce road space. Increase in safety. About 1.2 million people die of traffic accidents each year. Around 90% of these accidents can be eliminated if we use auto driving cars. More free time. According to recent studies, an average person spends 101 minutes driving. With auto driven cars, a person can use this time relaxing, studying, reading a book, or doing even something more productive. Better transport. In the future, driverless cars can have sharing schemes. Services like Zipcar can make a ride affordable as well as comfortable. Better health. Lesser traffic can improve people's health. It has been found out that traffic can cause depression, anxiety, and a decrease in cardiovascular health. Reduced emissions. CO2 emissions have grown 45% from 1990 to 2007. Since auto driving cars are electric and can take the best route, this can cut the CO2 cost from 87 to 94% by 2030. Increased demand for new jobs. Even though driverless cars will lead to job losses of professions like lorry drivers, pizza delivery drivers, and taxi drivers, they increase the demand in jobs like high tech machine experts, software developers, and wireless network engineers. If auto driven cars allow us to do so much, then why are they not popular on the roads? Hacking. Your car has a potential of getting hacked. Not suitable for all weathers. Cameras and parking sensors may not work with snow. Malfunction. Your car has your tech the car in the technology in your car has a potential of going wrong. License. The licensing infrastructure may not yet be in place. I now pass over the baton to Rahel to tell us more about artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence not only has the capability of keeping humans and the environment safe, but also helps humans in their daily lives. Humans are forced to complete and make decisions thousands of times every day. In other words, the AI can do just as good of a job as a human worker, if not even better. That's the reason why AI can be trusted in self driven cars. But the only major problem is the malfunction of AI. But that can be stopped by improving a robot and keeping a check on the AI system after regular intervals. In recent times, the race towards making autonomous vehicles or self driving cars have taken a big leap as several automotive players and tech giants are investing huge capital on it. Many of them have even already begun test trials in countries like the US, Germany, UK, Japan, China, among others. Unlike its global counterparts, the Indian automotive sector seems slowly towards it. Almost 2 years back, the then Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari said, autonomous driving will not be allowed in India because the government is not going to promote any technology that comes at the cost of jobs. The country has around 40 lakh drivers and there is a shortage of about 25 lakh drivers. And that driving skill can provide employment. Failing with jobs of 1 crore people would be at stake, he added. That's why major foreign automotive players do not see India as a favorable market for AVs. Another key obstruction in the country for AVs is poor road and transport infrastructure that leads to most road accidents and deaths. However, these challenges have not discouraged Indian automotive players like Tata, Mahindra, and many tech startups from working on the AV technology. 2 years on, India has taken a big leap to pave way for e-cars to be on the road. Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal recently said, we have to make EVs a Jan Andolan. So we are launching the Switch Delhi campaign today to create awareness about EVs. The idea is to convince people to switch from the current vehicles to EVs, which have zero emissions. I also urge the youth who are looking to buy their first car or bike to go for an EV, as the Delhi government is giving youth subsidies and there is no road tax or registration charges. Shows Hindustan Times. In a nutshell, people cannot dismiss the advantages of technology, but AVs in a country like India would mean better road and transport infrastructure, town planning, network, and advanced wireless connectivity. Thank you.